All right, welcome back. Pensum, so instead of going over Lectio 1.3, which there's not very much to go over in it, you should be able to do it. I want to discuss the pensums. Right, what are the pensum? Well, at the end of each chapter, Lingua Latina gives you some exercises to do to see if you can recall or use the things that you've learned within the chapter and apply them. All right, so I'm going to do the first paragraph here for you, okay, and show you how it works. So the first one is Nilos fluvi blank est. So we need to figure out what goes in this particular blank. Okay. So in order to do that, we have to first know that fluvius is a second declension masculine noun. So we have to remember what ending is it going to end with. Okay. Notice here we only have one subject. Here's our linking verb, right? It too is singular. Therefore, this must be the predicate nominative because there's no prepositional phrase. And we must add the appropriate ending to denote that it's in the nominative case as well. So you would actually add a us here as well. So Nilos fluvius est. Let's look at the next one. Nilos et reinos fluvi blank blank. So here it's not only asking you to supply the ending, but also the verb form. So we have to figure out how to do that. So first we should figure out how many subjects we have. We have this one here and this one here. All right, so that should tell us that our verb, the only verb that we've learned, is est or sunt, and sunt is the plural form. And that is going to be the form that goes in this blank. All right, with that stated, we have to look at this particular noun, fluvi. We know that from the last example, it is a second declension masculine noun, but it's plural now because we have two subjects. All right, so now we have to add this I, which makes it plural. All right, moving on to the next one. Creta insol blank blank. Again, same exercise. This time we have to figure out the number of subjects, okay, which is only one. We only have one subject. We have to figure out here insol. What type of noun is it? What declension group does it belong to? Well, we know it belongs to the first declension feminine group. Okay, we only have one subject. We have to figure out what our verb is. Well, that's very simple. We only have one subject, and the only verb we could have here is this, est. And on the end of insul, we have to have an a on the predicate nominative. All right, moving along. Creta et Rhodos insul blank sunt. All right, so now we just have to figure out what ending goes on this particular predicate nominative here. So again, we have two subjects, right? They're plural. Our linking verb is also plural. So now we know that our predicate nominative too must be plural. So it's first declension feminine noun. We add an AE. Next, the next examples. So notice it's going from masculine examples for the first two sentences. The next two sentences were feminine examples, and now it's going to be neuter examples. Okay. Brundisium opid blank blank. So we here again, same exercise. All right, we have a neuter noun for our subject. Okay, this noun too is second declension neuter. All right, we only have one subject, therefore our verb must be est. And our ending here is going to be um for this particular form of the noun, opidum. Next sentence, Brundisium et tusculum blank blank. Okay, so we have how many subjects? We have one here, we have one here. It's asking us to identify the blank here and to figure out what our linking verb is going to be. Well, we know we have two subjects, therefore our linking verb must be the plural form sunt. Now we know from our last example that this is a second declension neuter noun, and it's plural here because we have two subjects. It can't be the ending, it has to be the a ending. Okay? All right, so the pensum are very, very valuable to do, worth your time, and it helps you to use the case endings and to apply them, and to understand how the verb and noun agreement work as well. So I highly recommend that you do these. Okay, so let me scroll down here to B. B is simply just using, if you look off to the side here, vocabulary. That's all it is. Going back to the story and using the information that you've gleaned from the information you've read and putting in the appropriate noun in each blank. But you also have to make sure that it agrees, okay? It has to agree. All right, so look at this example here. All right, Sicilia et Sardinia blank magni sunt. All right, so what are Sicily and Sardinia? They're both islands, right? So we have to put the appropriate form because we have a subject here, our linking verb is plural, and here our adjective is also plural. So the answer would be insulae. Okay, and that's how you're going to do Pensum B. It's simply rereading the story and applying what you've learned and using the correct vocab words to fill in the blanks. All right, thank you.